So, you're an Amazon seller, right? And you just love that cha-ching sound. I mean, who doesn't? Sales are rolling in, revenue's looking great, everything feels like it's on the up and up. But then, the payout hits your bank account, and you're just staring at it thinking, wait a minute, all those sales and this is what's left? You're taking home peanuts.
And that leads to the big, frustrating question every seller asks at some point. Where did all the money go? Seriously, you see the top-line number, but the cash just seems to evaporate. Look, this isn't about you not working hard enough. It's about finding these little hidden costs that are just quietly, bleeding your business dry.
But here's the good news, and I really want you to hear this. It's probably not your fault. It's not some personal failure. The Amazon FBA system has these hidden structural traps, almost like leaks in a pipe. And they're kind of designed to catch you off guard. So today, we're going to find those leaks and we're going to plug them up for good.
All right, so here's the game plan. We're going to break down 4 of these silent profit killers. First, the new placement fees. Then, something I call ghost costs. After that, the dreaded Q4 surcharge. And finally, the big one, the trap I call financial suicide. And you'll want to stick around, because after we expose these, we're going to talk about how to build a financial shield to protect your business from all of it.
Okay, let's get into it. Time to pull back the curtain and see what's really eating your profits.
And look, we're not just talking about the obvious stuff, like referral fees. We're zoning in on 4 very specific traps that just slowly bleed a business dry. If you can get a handle on these 4 things, I promise you, it will fundamentally change the financial health of your business. So let's jump into the first one. Okay, trap number 1, the new inbound placement fees. Amazon just recently changed up how they charge you to send inventory in, and honestly, it's a massive profit drain that I think most sellers are either ignoring or just completely miscalculating.
See, it used to be pretty simple, right? You just send all your stuff to one warehouse and save a bunch on freight. Well, now, Amazon still lets you do that. They even encourage it for convenience, but they slap you with this hefty placement fee for the privilege. It's a totally new cost, and a lot of sellers just aren't baking it into their numbers.
And here's why this is so dangerous. Let's say your profit margin is just $1 a unit. A measly-sounding 40-cent placement fee, well, that just wiped out 40% of your profit. And that's before your product even hits the virtual shelf. It's an absolutely devastating upfront punch to your bottom line.
All right, moving on to trap number 2. And this is where things get, they get kind of insidious. I call them ghost costs. These are all the tiny, almost invisible fees that you convince yourself don't really matter. But trust me, when they all add up, they can absolutely sink you.
And we call them ghost costs for a reason, right? It's because it's so easy to pretend they don't exist. You do that back-of-the-napkin math. Okay, my product costs $5, Amazon takes $5, I sell for $15, so I make $5 profit. That math is totally wrong. You forgot about the ghosts. I mean, what about the 20 cents for the bubble wrap or the 15 cents for the FNSQ label? What about the cost to ship it to the prep center and then to Amazon? And then the biggest ghost of them all, your return rate. You know, if 5% of your products get returned, you don't just lose the sale. Oh no, you pay fees on that return, and you often lose the inventory entirely. That 5% loss has to get paid by the other 95 products you actually sold. Trap number 3, the Q4 surcharge. You know, the holiday season, Q4. It's supposed to be the best time of the year, right? Where you make all your money. But for sellers who aren't prepared for this, it can turn into an absolute financial nightmare, and fast. Here's the thing, Amazon doesn't exactly plaster on their homepage for new sellers. During Q4, that's October through December, their warehouse storage fees go through the roof. The normal rate you pay all year long, forget about it. It gets replaced by a massive premium. And this is the really critical part. If you misjudge and send in way too much inventory that doesn't sell, that inventory basically becomes toxic. It just sits there collecting these gigantic fees day after day that can literally eat up all the profit you made from your best-selling products. Okay, and now we've arrived at the 4th, and in my opinion, the most dangerous trap of all. And this one isn't a fee from Amazon. This is an emotional mistake that sellers make. I call it financial suicide. And it's all about how you react to your competition. You know the feeling, I'm sure. You're just checking your listing, and bam! Your main competitor just dropped their price by $2. And that little jolt of panic hits you, right? Your brain screams, oh my God, I have to match them or I'm going to lose every single sale. So without thinking, you just react. You drop your price. Listen to me on this,
Because if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. You cannot run a business by reacting to someone else's math. That one single emotional reaction, that's how good businesses go broke.
I mean, just think about it for a second. You have no idea what their costs are. For all you know, that competitor is the factory. Their cost of goods could be half of what you pay. So when you blindly match their price without knowing your own down-to-the-penny, absolute bottom-line numbers, you are literally making the choice to lose money on every single sale.
So, okay, that's a lot of doom and gloom. What's the solution? Well, it's about building what I call a financial shield. It's about a total mindset shift, away from that emotional reactive pricing and towards cold, hard mathematical precision.
It's really just 3 simple steps. Step 1, you have to document every single fee. The placement fees, the prep costs, every single one of those ghost costs. Step 2, you calculate your true cost of goods sold per unit. And then, step 3, this is the most important part, you reverse engineer your price. You decide what price to sell at based on the profit you need to make, not based on what your competitor is doing.
And really, that's the ultimate goal here. Making a real profit on Amazon, it isn't about luck. It's not even about having the best product. It's about taking complete, total, precise control of your numbers.
Honestly, this is why so many successful sellers just ditch the messy spreadsheets and start using smart profit tools. Because these tools that are that financial shield, they force you to account for every single possible cost right from the beginning, which makes it basically impossible to launch a product that's going to lose you money.
When you do that, no hidden fee, no surprise surcharge, and no competitor's price drop can ever knock you off your game.
So I'm going to leave you with one last question to think about. Now that you've seen all these hidden traps and these emotional pitfalls, I want you to take a really hard look at your own numbers and ask yourself, are you running a business or are you running a charity for Amazon? It's time to take back control of your math.
The top 1% of Amazon sellers don't guess. They calculate their exact penny-perfect break-even price. They know the exact dollar amount where their profit hits 0. If the competitor's price goes below that line, the smart seller stops fighting and lets the competitor sell out of stock at a loss. But how do you calculate this instantly without messy Excel sheets? Enter seller service _world US Pro V3.7. It is a 100% offline, military-grade desktop profit calculator designed specifically for the Amazon US market. You enter your costs once, and the software instantly locks your total expenses, calculates your exact break-even price, and shows your real ROI. Plus, it is 100% offline, meaning your winning product research stays strictly private and safe from cloud data leaks. Stop guessing and start dominating the buy box safely. Click the link in the description now to grab your lifetime license of US Pro V3.7. Use the strictly limited promo code PRO50 at checkout to get a massive 50% off. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now for more advanced Amazon strategies. Secure your margins today, and welcome to the Pro League.
If you are selling in the US, the Pro V3.7 software is ready for you right now. But what if you sell in Europe? Make sure you hit subscribe and follow this channel closely. We are actively developing exclusive, highly specialized smart tools tailored specifically for the UK, Germany, and wider EU marketplaces. And very soon, we will be expanding beyond Amazon to help you dominate other major global e-commerce platforms. It is time to stop guessing and start scaling like a professional. Check the link in the description below to grab your lifetime license for the US Pro 3.7 software today. For agency scaling, team packs, or business inquiries, reach out to our secure support at sellerserviceworld@proton.me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and welcome to the Pro League.